Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are at the second Train to Be Equal webinar, Change Making for Gender Equality in Rail, Combat Gender-Based Violence in Rail. I'm going to go ahead and get started because we have quite a packed agenda. So now you should see the agenda on your screen. For those who don't know me, my name is Laura Peterson. I am a Senior Security Research Advisor at UIC. I work for the Security Division, and I'll explain a bit more about all of that because I have a presentation also on the agenda. So today we're going to start with an introduction to the Train to Be Equal project. Then we'll talk about the security platform and the results from a survey we just ran on the topic of gender-based violence. Then we have a panel where we'll be hearing from our different UIC members and how they're combating this topic. And then we'll move on to the public spaces more globally with an aspect from metro, subway, and also just public spaces more generally. Then we have a nice 20-minute break for you to get up, stretch your legs, and then we're very honored to have Stand Up Against Street Harassment joining us to give us their 1-hour training on how you can be an actor and help fight, combat street harassment. Then we'll sort of have a wrap up, next steps, and we should get you out of here by 18 Paris time. So without further ado, I'd now like to pass the floor to Joo from the Sustainability Department. Joo.
Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us here today. Sorry, I have two screens, so it's I'm looking here and there. Welcome to the second workshop of Train to Be Equal. We're very happy to do this. We're very happy to have everyone join us for a second time or for the first time to share this important project for us. I'll give you a little introduction. So if I can just ask you to, yes, thank you. Cool. I think if you're here, I don't need to explain, but I think we all understand that there is great benefits from having a more gender balanced workforce. This has been proven time and time and again, and I think that's also having a more gender balanced workforce also ensures that we have more services that are designed to cater, better cater women as well. So I think there is a lot of organizational culture benefits from improving gender equality in the workforce, but also we can benefit from having better services and being able to touch more women through such policies. I think because this is such an important topic, this year UIC kicked off Train to Be Equal. This is an opt-in project that brings together UIC members, companies that are committed to this topic, to share knowledge and start growing a little bit of awareness and engagement on gender equality. Current members of the project include, as you can see in the screen, that's Ferrovia dello Stato Italiani. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. My Italian is not great. RFI, which is the infrastructure manager subsidiary, FGC in Catalonia, and Infrabel in Belgium. And Train to Be Equal, this project is bringing, as I said earlier, all of these members, and but also offering to the broader rail community an opportunity to share some of the best practices so that we can promote peer-to-peer learning on this topic and collectively just raise the level of ambition and implementation so that we can really transform the experience of women as passengers and as employees of this rail services. If we can move on to the next slide. So this is just part of the work that UIC does. We have all the other regional work streams as well. So in Europe, it's the opt-in project, but also in Africa, we're working with the African Union Commission for Energy and Infrastructure to have a similar project that's as Train to Be Equal, but more focused on the reality and the context of the rail in Africa. In Asia, we will kick off a work stream there through a workshop during the Asia Pacific Rail Summit that will take place in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia in the coming October. And then finally in Latin America, we are working with the UIC members to have 2 workshops on topics that are relevant for our members in the region. That will probably happen next year. So this is to say that, you know, there is a lot of opportunity for doing this regional deep dives, making sure that we are tailoring some of the knowledge and some of the expertise to the reality of the different regions, but also making sure that UIC does what it does best, which is promote this cross-regional learning and best practice exchange between our members. Yes, thank you. So you know, the project is ongoing, but it's also open for new members. We are very much looking into growing the Train to Be Equal community of supporters, so that it would allow us to expand the reach of the project and work on deliverables such as the ones that you see on the screen. So do work some more on research, but also preparing a global charter that companies can sign up to, and that would come together with guidance, and also developing the training and promoting and delivering this e-learning materials for the broader rail community to be able to use. So if you're interested, if your company has very interesting lessons that they've learned, or if they want to improve some of the knowledge in their areas, in these areas, please feel free to contact me. I'll put my email on the chat. And I think that's it on my end. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joo.